Welcome back. Metro is now taking part in an FBI reporting system, meaning offenders, victims, and their relationships, among other things, will be collected by the FBI. Here to talk more about the system and why it's being put into place are Metro Sergeant Miguel Garcia and Lieutenant Alan Larson, who's leading the charge on this for the department. Good morning to you both.
Well, good morning, Alyssa. Thank you for having us. And yes, we're going into the NIBR system, the National Incident-Based Reporting System. It's nothing new for us to report these type of crimes to the FBI, but now this gives us an opportunity to be a little more accurate on the information that's being pushed out to the FBI and to the public. And like you mentioned, Lieutenant Alan Larson is in charge of this program and the process for us to get into it. So I'll allow him to explain a little bit further.
Sure. So go ahead, Lieutenant. Of course, you, as Miguel said, you've been reporting information to the FBI. So what does this reporting system change, or how does it work?
Good morning, Alyssa. Thanks for having me on. Yeah, so the biggest change here is that under the National Incident-Based Reporting System, or NIBRS, we switched from the old summary reporting system. So what this does is now, instead of only capturing 10 different crime categories, we're actually capturing 52 crime categories. Oh, wow. And so what that allows for is more transparency with the community. Under Sheriff Lombardo's leadership, we're very big on trying to make sure that we always are transparent with the community and providing information, for your viewers so that they know what type of crimes are happening in their neighborhoods and whatnot. And so this, because we're now capturing 52 crimes instead of just 10, it allows for more robust information and sharing with the community.
Okay, obviously we're not going to list all 52 crimes that are being reported to the FBI, but can you give us some of the main ones that will be reported to the FBI, and really who gets reported to the FBI? Because it's not just the suspects, it's also some of the victims. Is that correct?
Yes. So the biggest thing here is that now because we're capturing more specific types of crimes. So for instance, like domestic violence, misdemeanor domestic violence offenses and things like that, there's more relationships between the suspects and victims. So now, instead of just knowing that there was, a battery against somebody in your neighborhood, you're going to know, okay, this was actually a domestic battery. So that way the viewers know, okay, this isn't just random people being attacked by some stranger who's out there punching people. This was, a tragic domestic violence situation where, tempers flared and somebody decided to commit a criminal act against somebody known to them. And it kind of just allows the community to know more specifics about what the crimes are that are happening.
Okay, and so that's obviously a benefit to the community to know what types of crimes more specifically are happening in their neighborhood. Is there a way that we can access this information?
Yes. So, in a part of our efforts to, have more transparency with the community, we set up an open data portal. We primarily set it up for media professionals, but anybody in the community is able to access that portal and be able to see information on crime that's happening in their neighborhood. So anybody can go to opendataportal.lvmpd.com. And that has information in there where you can, search what's been happening in your neighborhood, whether that's burglaries, robberies, aggravated assaults. Whatever it is that you're looking to find out, you're able to go to that open data portal and find that information.
Say that website for us one more time.
Yeah, it's opendataportal.lvmpd.com.
Okay. And then going back very briefly to the victims that are reported to the FBI, what benefit does that have for the victims to have their information given to the FBI or their relationship with the suspect?
Yeah, so even under the old summary reporting system, victim information was still collected, and that general information was still given to the FBI. So there's not a change in the fact that we collect it. The biggest change with the victims is that there's now, if there's a relationship between the suspect and the victim, those crimes are broken out more so you can see that domestic violence relationship. So it doesn't really change what we're reporting to the FBI. It's just now there's more information about if there was a relationship between the suspect and the victim.
And is that a way to try and help protect them in the future?
Yes. I mean, ultimately, it's just to have more accurate data, but having more accurate data allows us to use, the other tools we have to be able to focus on the specific, high crime or problem areas. Okay. So, having information about specific victims and suspect relationships allows us to try to do more intervention, help get resources to victims in the community to hopefully prevent, further escalation of domestic violence or other crimes from happening.
Okay. Thank you both so much for joining us this morning and talking about this new reporting system, or I guess maybe not new, but enhanced system. Thank you both so much for joining us. And if you have a question for Metro, send an email to behindthebadge@fox5vegas.com.